Live television is tricky business. There is no stopping and going back. There's no editing. Once it's out there, it is gone. And even when TV executives try to expunge their mistakes, as they often do to save face, the internet age will absolutely not let it happen, as the clips are immortalized online. So let's see some embarrassing moments caught on live TV. First, remember to subscribe to Behind the Screen to keep the fresh TV and movie content coming your way. And whatever clip you find most hilarious, tell us in the comments. Number 8. Boom goes the dynamite. If you've ever used this popular phrase, you owe it to Brian Collins, a student at Ball State University who coined and popularized the phrase through one agonizing appearance on live television. Collins was simply trying to deliver the sports news. Nothing heavy, nothing difficult, just read the scores. Crack a joke or two and go home. But Brian froze after a few early stumbles. He became visibly shaken and then collapsed into sputtering sentence fragments mixed with long periods of silence. During some Indiana Pacers highlights, he falls back on his own, often used catchphrase from Mario Kart, which is, of course, boom goes the dynamite.
Shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Number 7. Do it live. The Irish hothead Bill O'Reilly is best known for his 20-year tenure as a host on Fox News. Often arguing, interrupting, and insulting guests on his show, it's no surprise to learn that Bill has a little bit of a temper. From this leaked footage recorded during O'Reilly's time with Inside Edition, we see him completely melting down over a teleprompter issue. What is quite impressive, and also a little disturbing, is his ability to toggle between absolutely livid and completely calm depending on when the cameras are rolling. Even when they do successfully shoot the clip, O'Reilly is still fuming as we see him rip off his jacket on the way out of the studio. So thanks to Bill's fit of rage, do it live has, just like boom goes the dynamite, become a household phrase.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. F it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Number 6. Bert Tashin. Reporter Serene Branson was covering the Grammy Awards for CBS Los Angeles in 2011. She hadn't been feeling well leading up to the broadcast, but for such a big event, she was assuredly going to press on and do the news. When Serene opened her mouth on air, she immediately knew something wasn't right. What came out was an incomprehensible garble mess, which left many thinking she must have had a stroke. Branson's doctor later confirmed that she had not suffered a stroke, but rather a complex migraine. This type of migraine interferes with blood flow in the brain, causing language dysfunction in which people know what they want to say, but cannot get it out, causing them to exhibit signs very similar to that of a stroke victim.
Stage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. Serene.
Well, a very, very heavy debatation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go to Terrace and look for the head of the pit.
Number 5. Shepard Smith. Shepard Smith is maybe a little unhappy about having to report on J-Lo. I doubt this is the world-changing, hard-hitting journalism he thought he was getting into as he climbed the ladder. Whether out of frustration or just a little Freudian slip, Shep hits us with an epic line. He quickly corrects himself and makes an apology. But in live television, it's way too late for that.
Section sound more likely to give her a curb job than a job or block party. The New York Post, sorry about that slip up there. I have no idea how that happened, but it won't happen again.
Number 4. Ice sculpture. David Nazar is interviewing a gentleman about his impressive collection of ice sculptures when the unthinkable happens. Just watch.
So look at this, because why is this your Oh my God. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Dude, are you serious?
Wow, that is horrible, right? Except it's fake. When Nazar was asked to find something interesting to report on at a fair, he thought it would be fun to pull this prank on his viewers and colleagues and appear to accidentally destroy an artist's prized piece of work. When he approached the sculptor, Roland Hernandez, it's hard to imagine that Nazar had any idea how good of an actor this guy would be. Roland pulls the term Baraka Sharab out of his sleeve in describing the piece that David will soon push over, saying that they had been working on it for 8 hours already. As the cherub smashes onto the ground, Hernandez breaks out in what seems like genuine rage. Later, the pair did a confession video of their plot, but the video had already gone viral. Number 3. BBC. In a situation we now all know too well in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, Professor Robert Kelly's interview on BBC News is interrupted by one sauntering child, then a rolling child, and then a frantic mother trying to shoo the kids out of the room as quickly and quietly as possible. Their appearance had the whole world oohing and awing over the cuteness of this hilarious scene. Number 2. Regis. Regis Philbin is a television icon holding the Guinness World Record for most hours on television in the United States. He rose through the ranks beginning as a page for The Tonight Show in the 1950s and peaking as a host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, America's Got Talent, and of course, Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, which later became Live with Regis and Kelly. In all those hours spent on live broadcasts, Regis was bound to break wind at least once. So in this 2006 clip, either by mistake or thinking he could get away with it unnoticed, Regis rips one on air. He may have slipped under the radar, but his co-host Kelly is too surprised by the flatulence to hold it together.
Saw me, I doubt it. Anyway, next week is we're doing something around here called
what is this?
Kelly's
Live Television Kid. Okay, so this one isn't exactly embarrassing, so we're not going to officially include it in the list. But it is just too dang cute to leave out. Just watch this kid. He is a TV natural.
Hold on a second. What did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
It's the Powerball.
Tell me about the ride. What did you think about the ride?
Well, it was great.
Why?
Because apparently you're spinning around, and apparently every time you get dizzy,
Yeah.
that's all you do is get dizzy.
Is it fun?
Yeah. And I've never ever been on live television. I never ever be on live television.
Are you excited?
Yeah, and apparently I already went down the super slide. When I went down the one, I was scared half to death. I just freak out.
Okay.
Number 1. The FHRITP guy. On an infamous day in February 2014, a guy known only as Fred shocked the world when he grabbed a reporter's microphone and uttered the fateful phrase which we will only refer to here today by its acronym FHRITP. If you're unsure what that stands for, feel free to look it up. Understandably, Fred became an instant internet sensation. His fame would have come and gone, but just a few months later, another reporter attempting to interview a bystander about an oil spill stumbled upon our dear friend Fred, who did not disappoint. When asked what he saw, Fred replied, "I was sitting on my front porch, grabbed a beer, and FHRITP. Fred has since struck a number of times, demonstrating an uncanny ability to find himself on the news. And as with many internet trends, he has inspired his fair share of copycats who keep the viewers laughing and the reporters blushing.
The 3 victims were part of a CXS crew.
Okay, so what did we miss? Let's hear all your favorite embarrassing live TV moments in the comments. And be sure to hit like and check back here often for more of the best TV and movie videos you'll find on YouTube. And until next time, we'll do it live!